I'm joined today here on Primetime Local News by author Afton Feltham. She's here to talk about her new novel. But before we get into that, I wanted to ask you a little bit about yourself. Why did you get into writing in the first place?
My name is Afton Feltham. I'm 35, I'll say it, that's fine. Mother of two wonderful children, happily married. Living in Edmonton now quite some time, and I absolutely love city life. The opportunities here, of course. As for my writing, it's always been a passion, something that I can think back being a kid, carrying a scribbler and always having some start of some story. Stephen King was always an inspiration, of course, but I was never able to write some horror story, not anything of great length. So I wound up writing romance, and I have several other novels I've written, nothing else published, but hopefully in the near future, more to come.
And now let's talk a little bit about your novel, Bloom of the Desert Rose. I'll give you an opportunity to tell us a little bit about it without spoiling anything too big.
This story follows Marie Bensworth. 10 years she's been married. Her husband is a good man, but there's no love that has formed over this time. It's unfortunate for her, and she's lost in this repetitive world of routine and construction that all of society, we look upon people as such a way, especially in 1913 when this is set. So when their nearest neighbor suddenly passes away, a stranger comes to town, and a great many doors open for herself and other people in town once he enters the picture. So there's a little bit of a love triangle. There's some romance scenes, what people want to hear, of course. And I had a wonderful time writing it. I spent 7 years doing so. But being on this side now, having it completed and a real novel is quite thrilling.
That's awesome. It must have been quite the journey to get here through all those years. Seems like that main character, she's at a crossroads in the novel there. Talk a little bit about maybe what inspired you to tell this story, explore some of the, exploring loneliness, and then also having that character have to make that decision eventually.
Definitely with the romance behind it, I think of myself and my husband in the best kind of ways. I enjoy writing such things. I enjoy the feelings, the emotions. It's wonderful to write. And at the same time, I've struggled with depression most of my life. And I feel that gives me a window as well into those different emotions on the other side of that loneliness, of that separation, even when you're in a crowded room, right?
Mhm. And so, is this a book that you would say, if you're a fan of romance novels, this will most likely be something that will be up your alley?
I dare say, I'd love to think so. We'd say Western romance, but they're categorizing it as a Western fantasy. There's not a lot of fantasy in it, but I believe so. I think it could be a well-loved romance novel.
No, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people of our viewers that may be interested in picking up a copy of this book, taking a look through and just experiencing what you've written now. I know you're going to be coming here to Lloydminster in the near future. You'll be at Coles at the Lloyd Mall. So let us know maybe where people can kind of keep tabs on you and find out when you'll be coming here to Lloyd, or maybe if they just want to buy the book online. Yeah, do you have a website, stuff like that?
I certainly do. It is afauthor.ca. So hopefully people can track that down. My name, even again, the title, Bloom of the Desert Rose. If you Google her, you'll track me down quite easily. I have many options on the website, as well as the opportunity to read the first chapter if you choose.
There you go. Take it for a little test drive. And of course, when you're here in Lloyd, I'm sure people might want to come by and see you in person and pick up a copy of the book at Kohl's as well. So that's always an option. But thank you so much for taking some time to talk with us. Very exciting
Thank
that
you.
this long journey is finally coming to an end. You have the book, the novel out now, and I wish you the best of luck and thanks for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you, Jason.